Hey, Student Success, this is your video for week 7. Week 7 is different. There is not a chapter connected to it, so there is no lecture video. So this video will be your only video for this week, and it will focus on your assignments that you're completing. So I do want to plug again your student services assignment because we are in week 7 of an 8-week session, which means these are due very soon. So please make sure you head over to My Stark State, get into your academic support, click on the workshop schedule and see what is still available. Depending on when you're watching this video, you may still be able to get a couple workshops in this week, and then you can see that you're really limited on your options. So hopefully you have already signed up and registered, or you take advantage of any other events going on campus coming up soon, because that again is due at the end of our session, which is only 8 weeks long, and it is coming up very quickly. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into week 7. So this is all about registration and digital library week. So by the time you watch this video, priority registration will be open. So if you check out your announcements, if you haven't already seen these around campus or in your email, registration is opening up. Again, depending on when you're watching this video, depending on also what category of student you fall into, some of you could be registering as early as this week. Some of you may have to wait until the 17th when it is open for all students. But spring registration is becoming open very soon. Again, if you're watching this already, halfway through week 7, it's already open. All right, so because of that, one of the things you're doing this week is a registration assignment. So you can see here, there's no discussion forum this week. The week 7 attendance is based on completing both assignments by Sunday. If you only complete one, it's 50% attendance. So if I jump into your assignment folder, I'm going to talk about the registration assignment first. So here's the registration assignment. I'm going to go ahead and click open. It's going to open up into this PDF that you can type in. And so at the very top, it's very straightforward. Put your name, put the date, and you are going to be making a schedule for spring semester, spring 23. Now, a couple things. If you are not sure what you're doing for spring semester, that's the point of this assignment. So please do not email me and say, I don't know what I'm taking in the spring, I can't complete this assignment, because that is what you are doing. Now, if you don't end up using this semester schedule that you create here, that's totally fine. But it's an exercise. What this week is doing is having you complete an exercise and using the college's tools and resources to help you plan your academic path. Okay, so not knowing what you're going to take is not an excuse to not do this assignment. It's actually the point of the assignment is to make you start thinking about what you're going to take in the spring. And then, as I said, if you do not end up using what you come up with today, that's okay. At least you got to start thinking about it and looking at the tools. It can also be a basis of conversation when you go to your advisor. So your advisor, if you meet with them anytime soon, you could kind of pull this up and be like, all right, here's what I was thinking. What is this? Does this look good? So that is an option. Now, if you are a CCP student, if you are transferring after this semester, or every once in a while I have a student who's graduating, message me separately and let me know that that's your situation, and I can tell you what you need to do. But everyone else, you need to go ahead and make a schedule for spring semester. So where do you find this information? Well, the good news is you already know where all this information can be found because we've already done it in previous weeks. So in My Stark State, under My Stuff, you have your map page, which will pull up into all of the courses that you need to take. So you can use your map page, or as we've done already in the Exploring Educational Pathways, you can go into your career community, go into your actual degree, pull up the PDF that goes along with your degree. So that should look familiar as well. So you can use a combination of both of those things. So let's go ahead and get started thinking about what classes, if I were a business management major, I could take this coming spring semester. So I'm going to go into My Stark State. I'm going to go to My Stuff. I'm going to go to register for classes. Now, I'm not ready to register, but this is where I click into, and I'm just going to browse. I'm going to start browsing to see what is available. So I could use my map page, but I'm going to use this. And I know that I have to take Business 121, which is the business administration course. So this is my subject, BUS. The 3-letter code is your subject, BUS, MGT, ACC. That's what I'm going to do when I go in here. So I'm going to select that I'm looking for spring, and then I'm specifically looking for BUS. Okay. I'm looking for 121. That's the number. So it's 121 or 221 or 101, whatever that is there. I am looking for US 121, and I'm going to go ahead and hit search. And it's going to give me all the offerings of that particular class that are coming up this spring semester. So I'm going to go ahead and go over into my PDF. My subject was BUS 121. I'm just going to abbreviate that, Business Administration. I already know from here that it's a 3 credit hour course. So I'm just going to plug that in right there. Now the rest of this information is going to come up from my search results. So here, let's say I want to take it on campus. So I'm going to look, all of these are web. Here's an on-campus class. Here's my CRN, the 5-digit number right here. It's my CRN, 47370. So that's going to go right here. The time, date, and campus, I'm going to get over here. So this is on main campus on Monday, Wednesdays from 12 to 1:15. So 12 to 1:15, Monday, Wednesday, main. Now, I could also, if I was taking a class, it might also say Akron. Now, if it's completely online, so none of these are highlighted, and it says online, and you can always expand. Eventually, you'll be able to see like room numbers. You can expand that there. So if I was taking an online class, I just would get rid of this information and just put time, NA for not applicable, days, NA, campus, online. Some of you will fill in, 3-4 lines. Some of you will fill in 1. I do not expect anyone to fill this whole thing up because that would mean you have an entirely too large schedule. But regardless how many you put on here, just add up at the bottom how many credit hours you are taking. Okay, so then if you know you're going to take more than 1 credit, or 1 course rather, you can go back and look and see, okay, like I also need to take Management 121. And I can go back, and do that whole process again, do a search for my spring semester and start plugging in that, MGT and 121. Okay, so fill in as much of this as you feel like you will need. And then when you go up here, make sure you save it with your changes. And then back into Blackboard, you'll just upload that document right here. Okay, so again, this is just an exercise in using the college's tools and resources. If you do not end up using this particular schedule that you just created, that is okay. It is just making sure that you are knowing that, first of all, registration is coming up, and really start thinking about what you're going to do in the springtime. All right, the second assignment is your library assignment. For this assignment, you're going to go into the materials folder, and you're going to see down here, the digital library and research process. I'm going to click on that. And it's going to be a link to different lesson tabs. So when you click on that, a couple places, it's going to take you either to the digital library homepage, where you can feel free to click around, get familiar with all the different resources, the databases. Some of you may have already visited the digital library this semester or in a previous semester, maybe in person or just online. Lots of tools and ways to access the librarian. And then when you click on here, it's going to take you to a series of tabs. For whatever reason, it's not loading the video on my laptop here. It is on my desktop in the office. But you click through, and it's going to tell you a little bit about the who, what, when, where, how of the library. And these videos are actually very quick. So they're sometimes a minute long, if not, quick, even quicker than that. So once you feel comfortable and you have really investigated all of this information, you're going to go back into your assignment folder. Click in the right spot here. And then you can see here's your library assignment. It's going to pull up into one of these separate windows. It's going to start talking to you.
Now that you've completed the...
And you're going to walk through and answer a series of questions. So if you ever need to go back and refer back to any of these videos, any of these tabs, any of the information, you can also access the digital library under the quick links right here. There's another place you can go. My Circ State also has that link to it. So lots of places to be able to access. But once you feel comfortable, go ahead and start answering those questions. Click back and forth if you need to look something up on those websites. And it's an automatically graded assignment. So make sure that your grade does copy over into Blackboard. Okay, so those are your 2 assignments for this week. So make sure you complete that library assignment using the materials folder, and then complete your practice registration assignment. If you have any questions on either of those, let me know, and have a great week. Bye.